Hello, I'm Pilgrim, a business advisor with Smart Support. Over the past 10 years, we've worked with hundreds of businesses across every sector in the Southeast to help them grow and be successful. During this crisis, we've supported our clients to make sure they get the financial support that is available as they deal with the shock of lockdown. Now, as they re-emerge, we're helping them to rebuild so they can become successful businesses again. In doing this, we've built a plan and a template so they focus on what is important, and we would like to share that with you today. So thanks for watching as I take you on a quick journey through the 7 areas to think about as you rebuild after coronavirus. For years, we've had Brexit. Then, just as we sorted that out, along came the coronavirus. It's all been a bit overwhelming, and just as we're getting used to being locked down, we are expected to start up and go through the whole emotional journey again. I don't think any of us have found it easy. So, how do you open up? How do you do it safely? And how do you stay afloat financially? Let's start with the big picture. The world has changed and may never be the same again. We have to play the cards we've been dealt, and whilst it's okay to be angry or upset, you make bad decisions when you're emotional. So try and be objective, and you will make better decisions. Focus on what you're good at, that is most profitable or brings in the most money. And be creative, but don't reinvent the wheel. If a great solution already exists, use it. Create a plan for your business, then deliver, monitor, and refine it. So where do you start? Well, it all starts with your vision. This is an opportunity for you to think about your business, remember what you are about, where you want to go, and how you will get there. And, most importantly, how you will feel when you get there. That's important because you are going to face a lot of hard work and no doubt a little pain. If you're excited and motivated by your business, you will do the hard yards. So having a great vision is the first building block of every successful business. The world we live in has changed, most obviously with social distancing, but also our behaviours are changing. A few examples. It may take the travel industry a long time for people to be comfortable taking the same sort of holidays again. Restaurants will have to be viable based off reduced covers at busy times. And high street retailers are going to be affected by online sellers. So all businesses will have to look at how they can compete. All of us will need to look at the impact of the new environment and consider what short-term restrictions exist. How will these affect you and your industry now and in the future? Which restrictions are likely to remain longer, and will some of them become permanent? What effect will this have on your customers in terms of their cash and their confidence, and how will this translate into future sales for you? And lastly, how will you change your offering so that you meet the needs of this new environment we work in? As I've already said, as you resume trading, risk will be at the centre of everything you do. How will you reduce people in the workplace and avoid bottlenecks or pinch points? Maintain social distancing and cut down on face-to-face working. Make the workplace clean and safe. Get your staff to engage with your new working practices. And how will you communicate the return to work effectively? Remember, if you can't manage these risks, you have to consider whether it is safe to return. And as you identify the constraints of your new environment, you will start to see what changes you need to make operationally. These may include making sure your costs now align with your new working models, creating safe working environments, using new working practices and technology, ensuring you have adequate and secure supply chains, that your accreditations are up to date and relevant, and then pulling all of this together into a plan for reopening. And people are our most important asset. but we can't bring them all back at the same time. So you need to think about what structures you will need. How will these change as restrictions release? How do you balance this as the government's furlough support reduces? And what can you do to keep them safe and stop the virus from spreading? How will you maintain their health and emotional well-being? Unfortunately, it may also be time to make some uncomfortable decisions about who you can afford to keep and who you can't, along with which milestones you need to hit before you bring some people back. The government has been supporting us financially, but this is coming to an end. So you need to plan for the financial health of your business. Understand your cash flow, how much debt you have and what you can do to restructure it. Build new financial models for your business, working within the constraints that now exist. Produce budgets based off these new models and cash flows that follow from these. Set KPIs for stock, creditors, margins, and anything else that's important to you so you can easily monitor and manage them. Explore if you need additional funding and where you might get it. Then keep reviewing all of this so that you stay in control. Lastly, you need to generate sales. So, show how you operate safely and efficiently while delivering quality. Revisit what you do, your products and services, and whether new working methods allow you to differentiate. Look after your existing customers by maintaining close working relationships, exploring how you can help each other, looking at additional or different services, and staying relevant and supportive. But don't forget to market to new clients and pay particular attention there to the points that differentiate you. Think about the marketing activities you use and how they may have changed. For many, networking is an important part in the marketing mix, but it might be less effective in the new world. There is A, less of it, and B, it's electronic, so may not be as effective. Lastly, there will be business casualties, so know your market as you may be able to help or to fill a gap. So, lockdown is coming to an end, and you need to build a plan around these 7 areas. It's vision that inspires you to succeed. Environment is the new world you are working in. Risk is managing the infection, which has to be at the core of everything you do. Infrastructure, the operational changes you need to make. People and how you bring them back at the right time, safe and motivated. Finance, which can cause businesses to fail. How do you make sure you aren't one of them? And sales, how will you build your pipeline? For each of these, produce a checklist that you and your team can follow so that you do what needs to be done as your business returns. Thank you for watching this brief overview on rebuilding after coronavirus. Obviously, it's just a quick look, and I can't deal with all of the questions and issues that arise. But if you focus on these 7 areas, then it will point you in the right direction. I hope it helps. And if you want to talk in greater detail or get an outside perspective on your plans, then please do give us a call or drop us a line. Thanks again, and stay safe.